the final countdown to the Good Neighbor of the Year. I had to do it. We have half the contenders hanging out today. Next, we're going to catch up with Martin from Vehicles for Change. We got to know him through WBAL-TV's news anchor Kai Reed, so let's look back.
In Baltimore, some 80,000 low-income households don't have a family car, and we know to keep a job, to get your kids to school sometimes even, if you don't have a car.
Transportation.
If you don't have a car, it's just a real barrier to success. So his organization makes things a lot easier. He takes in donated cars from the public and sells them at very low cost to low-income families. And we're talking about tens of thousands of lives changed since 1999.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
We take donated cars from the public, often sometimes from dealerships, and we identify families who need a car to get to and from employment to escape poverty. Transportation is the #1 barrier to employment for people living in poverty. We take the car and repair it, and then we sell it. We don't give the car away. We want them to have a vested financial interest in the vehicle for about $950. These are cars that range between $4,000 and $6,000 in value, but when it comes to the family, it's priceless, right?
Yeah.
Because now they can get to work. But more important than just getting to work, they can get their kids to after-school activities and daycare and athletic programs.
They can go to their kids' games. Yeah, they can.
They could never do before.
It's incredible. You don't think about how much that really does affect someone not having a car, all those things you just mentioned.
Things were going good up until May when my car broke down and I lost my employment. Right now I am working remotely, but with a car I'll be able to make it to my appointments on time, get a second job, you know, drive there and be able to go on trips with my daughter. So getting a car today would definitely change our lives forever.
My goodness, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, we're so excited. 1, 2, 3.
How do you feel seeing this right before you? I'm just, please, can I?
All right, so I have to ask, what was the response after the show aired?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. We had more than 1 million hits on our website in the next 2
God.
days after the event, so it was just unbelievable. We raised several $1,000s as a result. So, I mean, that alone was incredibly cool, but we got calls from folks all over the country because we talked about our expansion and they want to have a program in Chicago or in Boston and all over the place.
Yeah.
A lot of people interested in our virtual reality. And we even saw a bump in car donations. So, you know, car donations have been really hard to come by.
Yeah.
So being on the show gave us that bump in car donations, allowed us to get more cars to families. But I think more important than that was just the credibility that being on the show gave us. Right, so...
And the people can trust it, like, you know, because you're vetted and people are like, okay, like, you know,
right.
that's an amazing thing. Like, even where I put my money, like, I want to make sure, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did y'all experience that? Like, after the show, that's the whole point. It's for people to just kind of, ignite what you're already doing. Did that happen with y'all?
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Doors opened up a multitude of ways, but just being able to be that image in the community where people seeing like you have to do the hard work, it really paid off. So they see the lights, but they also seen us grinding. So it paid off in that capacity too. So the credibility is what really enhanced the work.
Absolutely.
Man, it's so cool. This is literally, I'm not joking, I say this all the time. It's my favorite segment that we've ever done on this show because you really are like truly doing the work that is the best part of humanity. And sometimes we don't get to see that. We see the negative in the news, which is fine. We have to see that to progress, but like, and to understand what's happening. But it's so important to notice people doing great things and being able to have people call from other states going, hey, how did you do this? Or how can we help? Or how can we implement this in our community? That's the whole point.
Yeah.
So way to go.
Yeah.
So Martin, when you were here, you gave a woman named Kelsey a new car. So how's she doing?
Kelsey's doing amazing. I talked to her recently. She was pregnant while she was here, so she has a new baby girl.
Is that a little one?
Yeah, a little girl, Kaylin. And the car gave her the ability to do things as a mom that most people take for granted if you have a car. So, you know, just to be able to get back to doctor's appointments, and she has a 3-year-old. Her 3-year-old is now going to daycare, so she's excited because she said it gives her time to be away from the 3-year-old a little bit during the day, which is important.
Very important.
And she started a new job. So she's got a new job. She's working night shift, which she couldn't get to if she had public transportation. So now she gets to go to night shifts. She makes more money because she's on night shifts. So she's doing really, really well.
Wow. Isn't it incredible? Like, there's so many people out here watching right now that are like, I would donate a car. I would, send money to help someone be able to, because it completely changes someone's life. Like something that we take for granted. I drove here this morning and didn't think twice about it, But you don't think about it now. And like, it's just, it's a good reminder to us all, perspective. So it's your turn. You got 30 seconds. So tell us why Vehicles for Change should be Good Neighbor of the Year. Go for it.
Yeah, so Vehicles for Change is now in growth mode. So we're looking to expand our program to 20 locations across the country, mainly our reentry training program, where we're training ex-offenders to be audit technicians. And we've developed a virtual reality business that we're going to put in training program that we're putting in prisons, we're putting in high schools, we're putting in community college. That's going to generate the funds for us to do this 20 expansion. Being selected Good Neighbor of the Year would allow us that launching pad to launch this expansion and also give us the opportunity to really impact thousands and thousands more worthy families.
I love that you pointed that out. I think this is so important.